Hello everyone, once again this is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness and Product Review. We're going to be talking about Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii. I'll put the full title here below this, as I did not do that with the audio version, which I have also right here. You can find that review on my channel of the CD. But we're going to be talking about the Blu-ray today and the actual film itself, as well as the packaging and a lot more to discover as well. But before I get to that, however, a reminder, fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair / scooter all day every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter, as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote, despite the fact that I'm unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter does malfunction as it did a few months ago, I will yet again be a fish out of water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated, below the title of this video in the description, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to this product, you can find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser, it's easy to contribute, takes a few seconds, and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world, and it really, really will help. What I am endeavoring to do at the current time is both continue the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter, so that way it is once again like new, as well as to save for a brand new scooter. I came up with these conclusions following the malfunction, as alluded to a moment ago, whereby I needed to rely on family and friends to push me around my own home, severely limiting my independence. However, it was a long overdue wake-up call that I needed a backup plan in mind and in motion, and that backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment every day, all day, and my completely refurbished existing model waiting in the wings to be used if necessary, when necessary, at a moment's notice. So please do what you can. It is once again greatly appreciated. I do want to extend the gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. If you're not yet subscribed to Media Awareness, please consider subscribing to my channel and becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Also, if you do subscribe, click the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever I upload something new. And additionally, please like and let me know your comments about this particular film, this product, your memories of it, or if it's new to you, what do you think of it personally? So, this was provided by a viewer of the channel, which I really want to say thank you. It really means a lot to me, and this will be really, really a nice addition to my Pink Floyd Blu-ray / DVD catalog, which consists of mostly DVDs, but that's because that's all that was really available until this point in time, relatively speaking. Now, this is the Live at Pompeii, and this is the front cover. This is the back cover, very consistent with the audio version. It's basically the same, except in a different aspect ratio, it looks like. And here is what the interior looks like once you open it. You have the booklet housed in the one side. You could maybe see that there is an interior there, and inside the actual packaging itself, on this other interior gatefold sort of pocket, if you will, there is a uh, slide that slides out, a sleeve that actually houses the disc itself. Um, and that is the packaging of this particular Blu-ray. And here is the side of it. It's very thin. It is a cardboard sleeve, as you can tell. And this is where I have a problem. I want to get this out of the way before I actually cover the film itself. I'm not going to go over the track listing. I did cover that thoroughly in my album review of the soundtrack itself. You can find that in my videos. So please, if you want to get my opinion on the audio quality of the CD itself, which is um, uh, it's all covered there. So you can access that in my videos below on my channel. But this is potentially a problematic issue for those of us who are diehard Pink Floyd fans. I say this because it's cardboard, and the interior disc is housed in a basically like a paper, a glossy paper sleeve, and it's it's going to undergo wear and tear if you're like myself and watch concerts often, especially concerts that you enjoy, which I love this concert, so I do plan on watching it on quite a frequent basis. That being said, even for an average person watching this, you're going to have wear and tear on this cardboard sleeve, and I'm sure that is not going to sit well with you, as it won't with me. Um, and I have a problem with that because this is sort of the definitive version of this film for those of us who are Pink Floyd fans, and specifically for those of us who are fans of this film, Live at Pompeii. And the fact that the packaging is, for lack of better words, flimsy, looks great, but it's not made to last. And uh, I could see this breaking down, wear and tear occurring over a course of time. I couldn't really say how long, but I've had packaging like this that has broken down in the past from overuse. Now, granted, I am disabled and I put a lot more wear and tear on this than the average person, but I actually had a friend of mine assist me in removing the disc from the interior sleeve as not to damage it because it was flimsy in my opinion, and I really didn't want to take a chance on ruining this disc. So that brings me to my solution for that, which um, is not the most favorable in my opinion, but it is a totally feasible, in my opinion, and workable result of thought, and that is to take my original director's cut DVD version, which I have right here on DVD. As you can see, it is a standard DVD case. It is the original DVD director's cut version, and this, of course, is the version with the added CGI elements that really did not age very well. Here's the back of the DVD case. And what I'm going to do is transfer the Blu-ray disc into this case, and therefore I can watch it at my leisure, not have to worry about ruining the the packaging, and I can hold this and know that it's going to last. With that stated, I will have the DVD in the Blu-ray case. That way I know what it is. If I had a printer and resources, I would scale this to fit a Blu-ray case and have it printed out and be able to insert that into a Blu-ray case. That'd be my ideal solution. However, that is not the case. I do not have a printer to use to do that with, and I don't have the software to resize this artwork to fit the Blu-ray style case. That being said, that does bother me, but I will live with it because I love this concert so much. So let's talk about this concert. The Blu-ray itself consists of the concert film itself as originally shown. There is a really noticeable cleansing of the actual print itself. It looks amazing, and I've never seen it look this clear. It's like it was filmed yesterday, and that says a lot for a film which came out in the early 1970s. Also, there is an option where you can actually view the concert footage itself separate from the film, which I'll be doing more often than not, I suppose, as well. I do love the film. I do love the excerpts showing the what we get to see of the making of Dark Side of the Moon. It is interesting to see that, and to see the guys sort of chatting in the, I believe in the Abbey Road diner, to my knowledge. And but if you want to experience the concert itself, it's available on here. I was not able to experience this in 5.1 Atmos. I do not have that sort of sound system, so I was able to access the stereo audio feature. It sounded wonderful. I'm not complaining at all. It sounded really fantastic, actually. And if I really want to, I have the audio version on CD right here as well, to listen to if I desire at any time. And I already have this transferred onto my computer itself, so that is perfectly preserved, and I can listen to it without damaging that disc as well, or those discs I should say. There's a 2 CD set, as they are housed in another cardboard sleeve. But this is a bit more of a item that I think deserves preserving. It is a film that those of us who are Pink Floyd fans, especially fans of the band as a whole, not simply the, let's say, commercial time frame of Dark Side of the Moon through really the final days of the band, of the Division Bell and beyond. There those of us who are Pink Floyd fans, all inclusive, like myself, appreciate material like is seen on this Blu-ray. Material such as Careful with the Axe Eugene, Saucer Full of Secrets, One of These Days, Echoes, of course, is a highlight. Parts 1 and 2, which are split as they were on the original on this, and it looks phenomenal. You get part 1 at the beginning, part 2 at the end. And it is really, really an incredible viewing experience, to say the least. I was quite taken back by how good the quality was. So I do recommend this as a Pink Floyd fan and as a fan of their early material. Um, I would say though, be wary of this packaging, and if you are able to, do rehouse the disc as soon as you can in a casing that is more suited for long-term viewing and long-term use. Especially if you're like myself, as I said, and you like to watch concerts more than just once or twice a year. Um, this is something I'll be watching quite frequently. So I want it to last, and I don't want this to uh, basically disintegrate. So, there is my solution, which is the director's cut case. It's made to last. I've had this since it came out, and it still looks the way it did when I bought it. So, there you have the actual review itself. I do want to also mention that, from what I can gather from the stereo mix on the Blu-ray itself, Stephen Wilson did a fantastic job on that remix. I know that the Atmos version probably sounds tremendously better, especially if you have a really great Atmos setup in your home system. But I was happy to enjoy the stereo mix of this and sit back and relax and just watch the film as it was meant to be seen. You don't have a lot of the CGI that was added to the director's cut. It's all taken out. You have the film as it was originally presented, and that's how it should be, in my opinion. And it really stands as a testament to how great Pink Floyd is, and was, and is, for that matter, as a band that will stand the test of time. This material is from the first several albums prior to the recording of Dark Side of the Moon, and although we see some of the recording here and do get to hear some excerpts, we don't get any full tracks, which is fine by me. We have other ways to experience that. And this is material that I feel was beyond ambitious for its time frame. And to see it performed in a live setting in Pompeii, as well as some later filming that was done in Paris as well. It all gels well, and it really is a fantastic experience. So do add this to your Pink Floyd collection. Just as I said, please be cautious about the packaging. I wouldn't want you to succumb to any wear and tear that you can avoid otherwise, hence the reason I mentioned it quite frequently throughout this review. This is Rob with Media Awareness, and I hope this review was helpful to you, the viewer. And I hope that you will, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing once again. And also remember, the fundraiser continues. Any and all help that's welcome. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.